I think we need like a tagline or something. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Listography. Jason here with Kramzer. Joe's got the week off, and we are talking about Built to Spill. We've already ranked all the records, did our top 10, time for side 3, and today we are talking about indie guitar gods. I don't know, this will probably just devolve into people discussing what indie means, but well, that's always happens anytime you use the word. We've already done underrated guitarists. I did a video a long time ago before you and Joe joined the channel where I talked about my favorite classic rock guitarists. Kind of gone down this road before, but I think, you know, the classic rock guitar players get so much credit. Like, it's a little ridiculous how much people talk about Clapton and Page and Hendrix and Jeff Beck and David Gilmour, and the list goes on and on and on, all these guitar players. But after the 70s, like it's almost as if like people, you know, stopped paying attention to the guitar that was happening in bands. So I guess, you know, a video like this is good to shed a little light on some of the guitar gods of future decades.
Well, first of all those guitarists you mentioned deserve the acclaim. We're not bringing them down. I think the problem with the idolization of that certain era is that it doesn't really acknowledge the guitar in the style of music that evolved after that, because it's not going to be heavy hard rock blues based stuff. Not every song has a solo on it. And it just changed. You just have to face the fact that the role of the guitar has changed. It's much more of a paintbrush now than it is a driving force. And obviously we're doing this video because we just did Built to Spill, and Doug March was a pretty predominant heavy focused guitarist. But yeah, there's a lot of people that just don't get enough love, and we're gonna have some crossover here. But it's side 3. It's a side 3 video. If you've never seen a side 3 video, there are no rules. It's like a overtime with Bill Maher segment or whatever. We're just gonna talk about whatever the hell we want. But we would agree that Doug March is among the indie guitar gods, correct?
Absolutely. All right, you want me to start again?
Sure, why not?
All right, so super obvious, asking me to pick a indie guitar god.
That's why I didn't pick him. He's not on my list because I knew you'd talk about him. Go ahead. Say his name same name 3 times and maybe he'll appear next to you.
J Mascis. Not only my favorite indie guitar god, he might be my favorite guitar player ever. He's definitely up there. Love him. First time I heard him, blew my mind. Been a huge fan ever since. If you saw our Albums of the Year series, obviously you know Dinosaur Jr. performed very well. Next, I'm going to go with a duo of guitar players, a tandem, if you will. From the Strokes, I've got Nick Valenci and Albert Hammond Jr. On their own, you know, nothing spectacular. I wouldn't say they're the most technical or brilliant guitar players ever, but the way they play off of each other and the way they intertwine their guitar parts, super, super cool. Really enjoy them. I'm going to go with Elliott Smith also. Super interesting guitar player, great finger picking, super good at double tracking his guitar parts, always sound really good. I'm gonna go with David Longstreth from Dirty Projectors. Really cool, unique player, usually a little off kilter, different time signatures, and always sounds a little weird. Sometimes you have to listen to the song a few times to kind of wrap your head around what's happening. But once you do, you know, they kind of are really memorable parts. Last one, I will go with a little more contemporary. Let's go with St. Vincent, Annie Clark. Really cool guitar player, unique style, all of her own. And I think she's great. And she's got a really cool looking signature model guitar. So
What does she play?
it is a Music Man.
Ooh. All right. I think I brought up Elliott Smith's guitar playing in the underrated guitarist video, but like we said, we're gonna have some crossover. J Mascis, I let you speak about him because he's your number 1, even though he's my number 3 ever, so not that far of a leap. All right, so who I got? I got a bunch here that deserve some credit. I'm not sure how to like describe or talk about a lot of them, so maybe you can help me out. But I'm going to start with the Godfather, not Godfather, but the guitar god of shoegaze, you got to go with Kevin Shields, My Bloody Valentine. Really created his own texture, incredibly amount of vibration, and that just really like subterranean feel. Doesn't do anything too crazy on the actual guitar, but the sound and the pedal board, everything just, it just, you know, my whole reaction to music is mostly about the feeling, and the feeling you get when you listen to that guitar sound is very particular, and I love it. Also gonna go with an old standby. Anyone who watches the channel knows I love this guy, Kurt Vile. His guitar work on his solo albums, absolutely fantastic. He's got a really nice blend of a lot of stuff. It's like this like really pretty finger-picked folk stuff, but it's got a lot more energy and spunk than just like classic laid-back folk stuff. He's tremendous. I'm gonna go with Daniel Kessler of Interpol, where I think they get a lot of their sound. No doubt he borrows a lot from television, stuff like that. And you know, that same era of Albert Hammond and such in the Strokes, but I think he just does a great job of creating atmosphere, filling the songs with the sound and the, you know, kind of character that he wants. I'm going to go with not a duo, but a trio of guitarists, Michael James, Manafriani, and Mark Smith of Explosions in the Sky, who write songs like they're scoring movies, and they're just fantastic. They do really unique, just frantic strumming, really majestic sounds, really great delay and pedal work and stuff like that. And then finally, I don't know who to go with. I got a couple more that I like. Paul Maroon of the Walkmen, pretty underrated. Great writer, fills the songs well. Mitch Mitchell, not the drummer, but the early guitar player for Guided by Voices, doesn't get enough love. You got to, if you're gonna write that, play guitar on that many songs, you got to get some credit too. So, what? You got any leftovers? What do you got?
Yeah, I got a few. Some that I didn't put on my official list just because I've got Johnny Marr. I don't know if I really consider him indie, more like alternative, whatever the difference is. I don't know. Same thing with Nels Klein. Uh, like he's a jazz guitarist, but he plays in Wilco, which isn't kind of like Americana, whatever it is they do now. But I don't know if I really would call him an indie guitarist exactly. Stephen Malkmus definitely fits the bill, though. I think I've got him. Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, there's some more I was thinking about, but there are some that have kind of transcended into that hierarchy. Like Johnny Greenwood is pretty well regarded now as a guitarist. Not like, you know, maybe he didn't get as much appreciation 20 years ago, but now, you know, he's not Hendrix, but people throw his name in a lot now when you're talking about some of the all-time greats, and rightfully so. He's a tremendous musician overall. But yeah, I mean, the role of the guitarist, it's just different now. You got to look for different things.
Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of really cool, interesting guitarists doing stuff now. Also, like Blake Mills that we always talk about, and Sam Cohen, and all these guys. But I don't know if I really consider them indie. I don't know what they are, but
Well,
I tried to stick to like a very basic idea of what indie is for this list.
eventually we're going to have like a whole week-long philosophical discussion series about what is indie, like, or is it even nothing anymore? Does it was just mean stuff that was not popular when it came out? It's yeah.
Yeah, who knows? But leave some of your favorite indie guitar players down in the comments. You can add your 2 cents about what indie is if you like. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, getting at least 4 videos every week from us, and check all of our social media down in the description as well: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our website. And we will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.